Hello and welcome to DVxUI. I hope you all are doing great. Well, today in this video, we are going to be designing the hero section of this portfolio website, which you can see on your screen. It looks quite amazing and it has these 3D elements which are definitely elevating the overall feel of this website. So let's learn how can we design this. I hope you know everything about this screen. We have pages over here and then layers, and under layer we have the resources. These resources you can download from the description link and start designing your version along with me. And you can see we have a black box over here. If I press a shortcut, it will say it aloud so that you don't miss any. Now let's start designing without wasting the time. I will take a frame first. So from here you can get the frame and then I will select this desktop frame. Now this is quite small. It is not small, but we have been zoomed out. So hit Shift +2 and this will zoom to fit. Now what I'm going to do is I want to design my background first. So for that, let's provide a corner radius of 58 and a color of absolute black, which is 00. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this layout guide and switch to columns. From here, I'm going to increase the count to 16 and the margin to 120. Now these red bars have appeared which are going to guide us throughout the process of designing. So now this is also done. Let's work on this background more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to design a circle. Not a small one, but a very large circle. So hit O on your keyboard, drop a circle. The dimension for the circle is going to be 1764 in the width and in the height as well, 1764. So it will become a circle, a big circle, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this arc from here, push it back. It will open the mouth of circle, and then I will hold this dot and push it back. And this will create a concentric circle inside the circle. Now instead of 59 from here, I'm going to provide 56 and then close this. So we have this beautiful circle over here, which I'm going to put something like this. Now let's also provide a color to this circle, which is going to be the primary color. So I'm going to use this color picker since we have a lot of colors over here. I don't want to miss anything. So I'm going to pick this color, which is our primary color. And now let's zoom in. Cross it. And now if I leave this circle like this, it will look ugly in the design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide an effect. And from here I will switch to layer blur and I will provide a layer blur of, let's say, 600. Yeah, 600 is great. And what we can do is we can also reduce down the opacity to 70%. And this has created a beautiful gradient effect on this background. Now I will select the circle and clip it. Select the desktop, hide the layout guide, and let's see how it looks. Yeah, it is looking amazing. Now let me re-enable it, push it in the middle. Now we need to start designing the elements of this hero section. The first element is the header, and the header contains three things. The first one is a site name, which goes here, the nav links, which goes here, and a button which typically goes over here. So let's see how we can design that. So let me zoom in over here for the site name first. I will take a text and write here Noah. The text is quite large. Select it and change this to 32. Noah and with a dot. So this is the name of the person for whom I'm designing this website. It is a hypothetical person, not a real one. You can use this website to create your portfolio as well. And now I will put it something like this using these red bars. Let's zoom out. Now select this name, change this weight to medium, and let's see. Yeah, this is great. And now we need the nav links over here and a button over here. And this button will be to download the resume of the Noah. And let's see how we can design the nav links first. So take a text and here I'm going to write home, copy paste. Then I'm going to write skills. The third one is going to be experience. The fourth one is going to be contact, or let's say connect, because this is more viable in the case of portfolio. I'm going to put it over here. Now select all of them, put it over here so that we can see it better. And let's first change their appearance. So font size is going to be 22 with regular font weight, and we will also provide an auto layout from here. So now they are inside this auto layout and completely aligned. The gap between them is 78. I want a gap of 80. Now since this gap is 80, we can provide a padding of 40 on each sides, and the padding is not visible. We need to provide a stroke. The stroke is going to be of white color. Now you can see the padding. Now in the vertical padding, I'm going to provide a 16 value. For the corner radius, I'm also going to be utilizing this. So corner radius is going to be full. So hold shift, keep increasing the value until it is completely rounded. The opacity of the border color is going to be 30%. And now I guess this is done. But if user is on the home page, we should denote that. So I will select all of these, provide an opacity of 70%, select this one and give it our original orange color. Perfect. Select it and place it over here, something like this. Yeah. Zoom in over here, and now we need to design that button. For that, take a text, right here, download, then here, resume, select it, change it to 16, put it over something like this. And now we need an icon for the document. So go to resources, copy this icon. Now go to desktop again and paste it over here. Select both, align them perfectly, select this one, change the color to white, and also we need to reduce down the size. It is quite large, so the size can be controlled from here, but I'm not going to be using this because if I do it from here even after clipping it, so let's say if I make it 200, I might miss the minor details, so I don't want to lose them. The correct way to enlarge your icon is to use the scale tool. So you need to select this and hit K on your keyboard. The scale tool will appear, and from the height I'm going to provide 38. Width will also be changed to 38. Select it, put it closer, select both, put them in auto layout. The gap between them is 14. I want, let's say, 10. The horizontal padding is going to be 22. The vertical padding is going to be 11. Well, yeah, 11 is an odd number and I don't usually prefer this, but since I need to match the height of this button to this one, I have to do this. So now I will also provide a stroke of the orange color, which is our primary color, and then provide a corner radius. So this is done. Now I will select both. The gap between them is 11. Let's say we provide 14. And as you can see, they are not in the middle. Make it small. Align it and put it something like this. Now let's see. So now as you can see, a beautiful header has been created by using these elements of the header, which is the site name, nav links, and the button. So since this is done, now let's start working with the picture first. So for that, we need a picture. We will go to resources, copy this picture, go to desktop again, and we will paste it. So now since it is pasted over here, I want over here, I will just select it and move it towards the right. So now this gap needs to be 49 or maybe 50. So let's see. So you need to hold this picture, basically select this picture and move your cursor out of the frame. And you will see the gap is 71. You need to focus over here. See, 71. I want around 50. So 1, 2, and let's see, 51. One more, 50. So yeah, perfect. Now what I want to do is, I need to denote that what are his skills. But first, I will select this picture and lock it so that it does not interfere with whatever I'm going to behind this 3D image. So let me zoom in over here first. I will take a circle, drop it over here, and from here I will remove the fill, provide a border instead, which is also called stroke, of white color. Weight is going to be 2 and the size is going to be quite large. So I have clipped it. Now let's change the height to 830. Place it just in the middle with this person. Put it a bit down. Something like this. And now I need to send the circle behind this 3D image. Currently it is above this image. Select it and then send to back. And now it is behind this person. I can select it, make it something like this. Or maybe not because it was in the middle. Yeah, good enough. Let's see. Or maybe towards right, a bit up. So this is quite a random alignment. We need to be very sure that how it looks. Great enough. Now I will select this one and in the stroke I'm going to provide an opacity of 30%. I will make a copy of it and by holding Alt and Shift I will make it small. So I guess I have not made the copy. So let's go back. Select this one again, copy and paste. Now hold Alt and Shift and then make it small, something like this, so that we can create this concentric circle effect. Copy paste again and then again make it small. So yeah, perfect. Now we can paste some icons of the skill of this person over here on this outer circle. So for that, let's go to resources again and copy all these icons. Let me tell you what. Yeah, these ones. So copy it, go to desktop again and paste it inside it. Now first what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this Node.js icon. I will put it over here, a bit up, and then I will select this CSS icon, put it over here, then this HTML icon. Make sure the gap is, if not even, then quite similar to each other. And then I will select this Figma and put it over here. Now we need to provide some angle to these icons. We can keep them something like this, but I think providing an angle will be a great look enhancement. So just go over here, select this one, provide an angle, something like this. Select this one, provide an angle again, and this one a slight less of the angle. This has a lot of angle, so let's reduce down some. Yeah, perfect. Put it a bit up, something like this. Yeah, and now this Figma icon, something like this. Yeah, now it is looking much better. So let me zoom in perfectly, select it, Shift and 2. And now we need to start working with the hero text. So here I'm going to write some text. For that we need to take this element which is text, paste it over here, and here I'm going to write, hey, I am Noah. Selected, change the font size to 34. This is going to be, let's say, regular. The name is going to be medium. with the color which is going to be orange, and then I will paste it over here, something like this. Make sure it is completely aligned. Let me zoom in over here. So make sure it is aligned. Copy paste, put it over here, and here I'm going to write web developer. Select it, change the font size to 96, and this is going to be, let's say, regular. Put it over here, something like this, and we can select this one, and this white color opacity can be reduced down to 70%. Yeah, perfect. It looks great. Now we need some description line over here. For that, we will go to this website, which is loremipsum.io, and from here I will copy this much of the text. Go to design again, take a text, paste it, select it, change the font size to 22, and the regular is great, but this is going to be 70 again, and then I will paste it something like this. This text is not supporting the alignment, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy this emit keyword and put it over here as well. And now, as you can see, the edge of the R is completely aligned with the O of do. So this is perfect. Now select all, put it in the left, make sure it is perfect. And now we need a button over here. So for that button, let me zoom in over here, take a text and write hire me, which is going to be the CTA, also known as call to action button. The font size is going to be 24 with medium font weight, and let me also provide auto layout just to provide a background. Fill it with the orange color, and the vertical padding is going to be 24. The horizontal padding is going to be 16. Corner radius is going to be full. Put it over here. Perfect. And now we need a mail icon over here. For that, first of all, take a frame, put it over here something like this, fill it with a color, provide a stroke. The fill color opacity is going to be 10%. The stroke is going to be of white color. Clip it, change the size to 64, let's say. Corner radius to 100 so that it becomes a circle. Now I will place it over here, select this one. By using this alignment tool, I will align them in the middle. So yeah, perfect. Put it a bit down. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Now we need the mail icon over here. For that, let's close this desktop, go to resources again, copy this icon, go to desktop again, and here inside it, I'm going to paste it. The icon is quite large, so let me reduce down the dimension. So hit K for the scaling tool, and here I'm going to put 30. The icon is not in the middle, but it is inside this frame, so we can use this alignment tool to align it in the middle and then at the center. You might be saying that icon is not very much visible. It is because it has a black color. Let me provide a different color. We can provide white over here. This is done, and let's see. Yeah, it is looking better. Now we need a line over here and then a review tile over here. So for that, let's hit L on our keyboard to take a line. Draw it something like this. The width is going to be 530 and the line is little bit tilted because the angle is 0.8. So change it to 0 degrees. And the weight is 1, but this opacity is going to be 30%. Put it up, zoom in, and here we need to take a frame, draw it something like this, because we want to design that review section. So from here, let me fill it with a color. For the width of this tile is going to be 360. The height is going to be 260. The corner radius is going to be, let's say, 42. or maybe 46. Yeah, good. The fill color is going to be of, let's say, 16% of the opacity. Provide a stroke. Here what I'm doing is I'm providing a glass effect to this tile. So as you can see, currently I have provided a border of white color, and let me change this opacity to 30%, or maybe we can increase it to 50%. Yeah, good enough. Now let's see, this gap and this gap is not even, so I will first put them in auto layout. Now I will select all these three, and now I will use a tool which can be found over here and can also be found from here. So you can see distribute vertical spacing. Yeah, so now it is perfect, and the spacing between them is 71. We can decrease down it to 50. 50 is a lot less, so let's take 60. Yeah, 60 is better. Now let me zoom in over here and write some text inside this one. So for that, take a text and let's write the opening quote first. Select it, change the font size to 104, and then place it over here, something like this. Yeah. Now take a text and write lorem, because here we are going to put the dummy text which we are going to take from this website once again, and copy this much of the text, go to design again, and here paste it. Select it, change the size to 18 with regular font weight, and then align it something like this and reduce down the width. Yeah, good enough. Select it and make sure they are completely aligned. So yeah, this is perfect. And now we need the picture of the person who have set this review, and the name and the designation. So first, for the picture, let's go back to resources again and copy this picture. Copy it, go to desktop again, and here I am going to paste it. I will drag it over here, put it a bit up, select both and put them a bit up. Now we need to write the name of this person. So take a text, and here I'm going to write Carolina Abbott. Select it. The font size for this one is going to be 20 with medium font weight. And now we need the designation below this name. So this is going to be business owner. Select it. The opacity is going to be reduced, which is going to be 60%, and the font size is going to be 16 with regular font weight. And I will select both of these text and put them in auto layout just to be aligned perfectly. Now I will select this box, which is auto layout, and then I will select this picture, put them in auto layout as well. The gap between this is 22. I want around, let's say, 14. And now let's see. Yeah, this is looking perfect, but we can select it and put it a bit up. Select this one, make it a bit up so that we have plenty of breathing space. And I can also select it. It is regular. Yeah, perfect. No problem. Now to enhance the look even more, what we can do is, but first let's see how it looks. Select the desktop and then go over here in the layout guide and hide it. And as I can see, this is looking quite amazing. But we can enhance the view by using some decoration items. So what I'm going to do is, I'm again going to go to this resources, copy this bolt from here, go to desktop again, and then I will paste it. I have pasted the complete resources frame over here. I will remove this, and then we need to go to resources and be careful. We just need this bolt, copy it, then go to desktop once again, paste the bolt inside it, select it and put it over here, something like this. Align it perfectly. Yeah, good enough. Now I will select this bolt and put it at the back of the tile. And now if you can see, the readability has been compromised over here. The user cannot read this text perfectly. So for that, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to select this and I'm going to provide it an effect of background blur, which is going to be of strength 12, or maybe let's say 16. So yeah, now as you can see, this text is pretty much visible and user can read it very clearly. And now I'm going to select this bolt once again, copy paste it, and I'm going to put it one over here, something like this. Let's see the alignment. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, perfect. Now the only thing that is remaining is we can provide a border to this one. So select your frame and then go to stroke, provide a border of white, and the weight is going to be 4. And now this border does not look that great, so I'm going to provide an opacity of 60%. So yeah, now it is not very much prominent, but also supporting this design. Now we need to click on the canvas, go to show hide UI to hide the Figma UI, and then hit F11 key on your keyboard. Select this one, hit Shift+2 to zoom perfectly. And now this is how we have created this hero section together. And if you also have done it with me, consider sending it to our Telegram group. Designers will tell you that what is wrong with your design and how can you improve it. So consider joining the Telegram group. We will meet in the next one.